The last roar of the giants. The sun dipped low over the rocky plateau of what would one day be called the Hell Creek Formation. A gentle breeze stirred the ferns that carpeted the floodplain, their fronds brushing against the scaly flanks of a young Triceratops. Across the marshlands, the thunderous footfalls of a hunting Tyrannosaurus rex echoed against distant cliffs. This was late Cretaceous North America, home to some of the most majestic dinosaurs the world has ever known. An ancient world of wonders. For over 160 million years, prehistoric animals dominated Earth's landscapes. From the soaring pteranodon in the sky to the armored Ankylosaurus lumbering through underbrush, every corner of the Mesozoic era teemed with life. Paleontologists today unearth fossil discoveries that reveal lush forests, meandering rivers, and volcanic peaks in constant flux. In this vibrant ecosystem, each species played its role. The gentle Hadrosaurus stripping leaves from tree branches, the swift Velociraptor coordinating pack hunts, and the colossal Argentinosaurus shaking the ground as it grazed. Signs of change. But change was in the air long before the final day. Earth's climate began to shift. Volcanic eruptions in what is now India spewed ash and gas into the stratosphere, dimming the sunlight. Acid rain, triggered by sulfuric emissions, wilted sensitive plants and disrupted the food chain. Sea levels fluctuated, drowning coastal plains and isolating populations of dinosaurs on shrinking islands. A seasoned Ankylosaurus named Kalasha sensed trouble. She had survived droughts and cold snaps. But this was different. The sun barely warmed her armored back, and the ferns she depended on grew sparse. Kalasha's herd moved south, following faint rainfall patterns, but each new valley offered less greenery than the last. Impact on the giants. On the fateful morning of September 10th, 66 million years ago, a colossal asteroid, over 10 kilometers wide, slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula. The impact unleashed an energy 10 billion times greater than the most powerful nuclear bomb. A blinding flash vaporized everything within hundreds of kilometers, and a wall of fire raced outward. The sky turned blood red as debris shot into the atmosphere. Within moments, darkness fell. Dino documentaries often recreate this cataclysm. Towering tsunamis, global earthquakes, and shockwaves that circled the planet. Yet for the dinosaurs in remote corners, like Kalasha and her dwindling herd, it was a slow suffocation. Dust and soot blocked the sun for months, halting photosynthesis and collapsing the prehistoric food web. Those armored plates and massive jaws, honed over eons for battling predators, could not defend against starvation and freezing nights. The final days, in a sheltered ravine, a lone Triceratops bull faced the dying light. His horns, once symbols of power, lay unused as hunger gnawed at his belly. A pair of pterosaurs, unable to find enough fish in murky rivers, circled overhead, ghostly silhouettes against an ash-gray sky. Few eggs hatched that year. Too many nests had been buried in ashfall, their shells crushed under falling debris. Deep in an underground burrow, a small mammal, ancestor to rodents, survived by feeding on roots and insects. This fragile survivor would one day give rise to the mammals that now roam the earth. But for the giants of the Mesozoic era, there was no second chance. Legacy in stone. As centuries passed, rain washed away ash and new forests sprouted atop the ruined world. Bones buried in sediment turned to stone, preserving snapshots of life at the brink of oblivion. Today's paleontology teams unearth these fossil finds, each skeleton telling a chapter of tragedy and wonder. Kalash's armored plates, once a shield, now lie fractured in a museum display. The young Triceratops that once roamed beside her live son, in a lifelike dinosaur animation, reconstructed from dozens of painstakingly catalogued fossils. Through science and storytelling, we resurrect these extinct species, not to replace their loss, but to honor their lasting impact on Earth's history.